Hi everyone, so this is going to be a short tutorial on how to do a chi-square test of homogeneity. I'm going to be once again using the data that is found in your tutorials, and we can see here in tutorial 8 and part 2 we need to do a homogeneity testing. The following data are observed frequencies of different color patterns in male Cunningham skinks. And that's the scientific name for it, which I'm not going to attempt to pronounce. Based on observations, we believe that some color patterns may have better camouflage and thus better survival than others. So our data here are in two rows. We've got the color category and the count category. And for each color, we have some frequency data, as you can see here. Now, the first thing that I would do as a student or just as someone who's learning chi-square tests is I would put this data into Excel and I would have a go at calculating the expected frequency and therefore the calculated chi-square value, compare it to my critical chi-square value, and essentially just doing it by hand, which is what I've done here. And so this is the solutions that I provided to my class. And then after that, I would check that this does show a uniform distribution using SPSS. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just take the data that was given to me, color and count. I'll copy that into a new sheet, and Excel has called this sheet 2. We're going to just, let me just try that again. C, Control V. We'll give this a new name. It's always good to name our data. So this is going to be homogeneity test color homogeneity test color. And then of course we're going to be saving that, and the next step is to open up SPSS. Alright, I've already opened this file once before, so I'm just going to click there. I've called it homogeneity test color. Here we go. So what we're going to do, instead of actually doing a chi-square test in SPSS, we're going to use a one sample Kolmogorov Smirnov test. And instead of doing, and we've done this before in class, and instead of doing testing for a normal distribution, we're going to test for a uniform distribution, because when we talk about a chi-square test of homogeneity, well, our expected value is all the same. So we have a uniform distribution. So we're interested, if I get the data view, we're interested in just the count variable. So we're going to go variable view. I'm going to give this a numeric type, simply because we have numbers to represent them, and we're going to put it on a scale measure. We then go to Analyze, Non-Parametric Tests, Legacy Dialogues, One Sample KS, and we put in our V2, and I probably should have named it. And instead of checking normal, I'm going to check uniform. We click OK, and we can see that our p-value here, some sig 2 tab, is 0.974. What this tells us is that our p-value is greater than alpha, and so our distribution, or the frequencies of the colors, does not have a significant difference to a uniform distribution. In other words, it does have the same distribution as a uniform distribution. Okay, and by hand we've calculated the chi-square value, and we've worked out the critical value, and we find that the calculated chi-square value is less than the critical value. So all of these things add up. P is greater than alpha at an alpha of 0.05. So that's the chi-square test of homogeneity. I hope that helps you with understanding how to do a chi-square test in SPSS.